Hello fellow book nerds, this is Gabby and today we're going to talk about my reading habits. So we're going to be doing the reading habits tag. I saw Meg from Meg with Books do this, so I totally am just copying her because I thought this was such a fun tag. I didn't watch the video or read the questions beforehand though. I just saw the title and I thought that's the kind of tag that you can like have fun conversations about or from. So I decided to do it, but don't know the questions yet. I'm also not sure about the original creator, but I'm gonna definitely link them if I can find their video, but I was struggling a little bit to find the original creator. But as far as I could see from the first question I glimpsed at, it's just a bunch of questions about your reading habits and you get to like kind of talk about what kind of reader you are. I'm super excited about this because I just think it's fun to like see what other people are liking and doing, and I think it's really fun sometimes to like hear what people are doing and you're like, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking a lot of these will be so boring because I am a boring person. Like I just like things proper and like bookmarks that are like bananas or and I can't do that. I respect my things a lot, so I respect my books a lot, so I don't do anything crazy, but hopefully this will still be a fine video for you. Our first question is, do you have a certain place at home for reading? Yep, it's my bedroom. I just read in my bedroom. I'm not very fancy. I really like reading in my bed because usually, you know, when you work, it's like you sit properly in a chair. But when you read, then I want to be like relaxed. So I like lying down and reading. Back home in Poland, my parents bought this really cool chair like for outside, and it's like, you know, one of those cocoons that you can like suspend and it's up in the air. I only read in that like 3 times because they only pull it up in summer and I don't live there full time, but I had so much fun reading. But otherwise, any place I go, just a bed will do. Like the couch, but when you live with your family and we have a big busy house, I don't like being in public spaces because I feel like I can't just focus. And my room is really nice because I've got my bed and I've got a TV, so sometimes I put ambience sounds or like ambience videos from YouTube and just like listen to that and read in my bed. I light a candle and like, I don't know, it's really nice, and I have good lighting in my bed as well. So second question is, bookmark or random piece of paper? Bookmark, if I can. I bought so many cool bookmarks recently. I need to show you. I normally don't buy bookmarks because I like take really good care of them, so I usually just use bookmarks that I get from like Book Depository. Like I have like dozens of them, so I usually just use Book Depository bookmarks because usually they have like really fun ones. So these are those, but lately, you know, I discovered Etsy and went a little bit crazy. So these are bookmarks I bought recently. I have not even used once yet, but that's because they're too pretty and I'm scared I'm gonna hurt them. But they're so gorgeous. They're from Mind of Millie Etsy store, so check her out because she's got some amazing things and I really love these. And recently I got these from basically Brit's store and they're absolutely freaking gorgeous. I forgot I ordered them. I really like them so much that I ordered them, forgot, and came back home and I was like, what are these? And I love using them. This is the one I'm currently using for everything. So I'll use like one bookmark till it's literally in tatters, and then I'll just use another one. And this is a super random one I bought, but I thought it looked really cool. Kind of like Mr. Kindly, but white. Bookmarks. I love bookmarks. I love buying them. I always use the same one though. I never really break them very much. I really try to take good care of them. But random piece of paper is fine. Like I hate when people put other things that are not meant to be bookmarks. Like everyone, it's your book, you do with it what you want, but I love mine like in pristine condition, so you know. Question number 3. Can you stop reading or do you have to stop after a chapter a certain amount of pages? I can just stop reading and sometimes, you know, I have to, but I really prefer to finish after a chapter. It just feels like then I close that chapter in my head. I can log what happened and then I go back to it. I'm not as confused, because sometimes if I just stop in the middle of the book randomly in the middle of a sentence, it can be a little bit hard to get back into it and a little bit like, what happened? And I don't know, I just enjoy it. And I really do like setting myself page goals. So sometimes if I have like a deadline or I know the book is long and I know it's going to take me ages, I just mark like 50-page mark and that's my daily goal. So I like doing that. But even when I do the 50 pages, I never do it 50 pages on the mark. I do it the closest chapter to 50 pages. That's the chapter I have to stop at. I guess I am a little bit pedantic that way. I just like ending of the chapter or, you know, like that kind of thing. But I do get a lot of pleasure from knowing like I read a certain amount of pages. Like I like my statistics, adding it to Goodreads just to calculate the percentages. Like I enjoy all of that. So I do pay attention. I don't just like stop midway through. But if I have to, I will, of course. Number 4, do you eat or drink while reading? Not always, but I do enjoy having a cup of tea or having some biscuits. I used to like literally read all the time when I was a kid. Like I walk down the stairs and read and eat and read, and like I'd eat proper meals with my family while reading. My grandma used to say that you eat your memory when you do that. I really doubt that in any way scientifically correct, but that's what she used to tell me when I used to read and eat at the table. I don't really do that anymore because I'm an adult and it feels rude to be sitting with other people and reading. But if I'm just eating by myself, usually I'll put a video on, but sometimes I will also read. But if it's like snacks or tea, of course, it just, I don't know, I really like that, like having a little bit of tea and reading, you know, just something magical. 5, multitasking, music or TV while reading. I can have music. I can't have music with words, so it either has to be instrumental or like acoustic or like ambient sound. I can do that. I can't focus with a TV or with people talking or that kind of thing. Again, that changed so much because when I was little, I remember I was maybe like 16, I don't know, 17. I went to my grandma's for Easter. We sat down and I borrowed my aunt's book, which was the Lightning Playbooks, the Silver Lining Playbooks. I borrowed that book and I read that in 24, like in the whole day, but not even like 12 hours. I read the whole book sitting there with 5 or 6 people talking non-stop. The TV was blaring. They're all like coming out of the room, in, out of the room. Everyone was talking literally all of it. Like maybe 5 is, and like, no, 5 is way too little because that's just my immediate family. There was like 10 people in the room, right? Coming, going, talking, the TV was on, and I read the whole book where literally I was like laser focused. No one could take me out. And I feel like if the book is good enough, engaging enough, or easy enough, I can read it like that. Still, maybe. But most of the time I do need my silence, especially if I'm like tired. I need silence. I need to focus. 6, one book at a time or several at once. Several, but I try to keep it to 3 or 2. So basically I usually have one audiobook at the go, one ebook at the go, and one physical at the book go, but I prefer to have one audiobook and one physical or ebook. So that's usually how I do it. I don't like having more than 3 because then I just feel like it's way too overwhelming. I'm not gonna finish all of them. So I prefer to finish books and then start new ones, but I very rarely just go one at a time. Ever since I discovered audiobooks and how much I love them, I don't really do that anymore. Number 7, reading at home or everywhere. Again, when I was a kid, I could literally read anywhere, at any time, at any event. Now I still kind of can do it, but it's just not that many occasions, especially pandemic. Like, where am I gonna go read? I go to the park to read sometimes. I really enjoy that. When we still had lectures, I'd sometimes read on my phone during lectures. I don't know how that was not distracting, but you know, professors, they have very monotone tones anyway. What else would I read though? Like, I don't know, like that's pretty much it. Reading out loud or silently in your head. Yeah, I read silently in my head. I can't read out loud. I'm way slower that way, and just it's not as pleasurable. It doesn't go into my head as much. I've found that when I read something out loud, sometimes just like in and out, I don't really process it. Sometimes when I read out loud, it's like, you know, essays, when I try to hear what something sounds like. But overall, no, I just like read silently in my head. I feel like not many people like sound it out as they read just to themselves, right? Or is that like a common thing that I didn't know? Chat, question 8. No. Question 9. Do you read ahead or even skip pages? No, never. I hate doing. So my boyfriend, he's not a reader at all, right? He hates books. Well, maybe hates is a bit of a strong word, but he is dyslexic, so he doesn't enjoy reading. And he said he used to like read the last chapter. What kind of a masochist? What kind of person? What kind of human would do that? I know some people do it, and I am judging you. That's one thing I don't understand. Why would you want to read the last chapter? What's the point? I know some books start at the end and like they tell you what happened, then you go back, but that has a narrative purpose. That's built that way. It's meant to be consumed with the prior knowledge. Not all books are meant to be like that. But this was about skipping. I hate like being spoiled because my brain like will catch any word, any written word anywhere, and just catch and like store it in my brain. So even when I'm just like flipping through pages, I will read something and spoil myself. I don't like skipping, but if I'm really not enjoying the book, I will skim read. I'll just like read and be like, okay, whatever, but not if I'm enjoying the book. Never. Breaking the spine or keeping it like new. I do like the look of unbreaked spine, but I can't read like that. It's just not pleasurable. It just makes it really hard to read. My fingers hurt so much from like clutching it so tightly. I just break it so I can actually enjoy the book. I understand why someone wouldn't, but I want to enjoy my reading experience. I don't want to get some kind of thumb arthritis just from keeping the page open. So yeah, I'll break the spine. I'll try not to, but I'll always break eventually. Okay, last question. Do you write in your books? No, I do annotate them. No, sorry, I don't annotate them. I really just put sticky notes depending on like the color means like romance, or it means sad times, or it means like plot points. Sometimes I'll do that, very rarely though. I don't like writing my books because I don't like reading books with writing in them. I find it incredibly distracting. One time I bought, I think my Lord of Flies copy has writing in it. I could not focus for the life of me. I just kept reading the pages, and like I guess that the writing, I guess that adds to the experience in some way because you can like read it with someone else or whatever, but like it was driving me crazy. I could not focus, so I don't write in them because I think if I ever read it, I don't know if it add to me enjoying it or not. Also, like I always consider if I want to give it to someone, then I want it to be in a nice condition. I don't know, I feel like it would also really take me away from the story to be like, I want to write something, because like I don't know what I want to write. I just tweet. Instead of writing in my books, I just tweet about what I'm thinking. Okay, anyway, my camera's flashing that it's too hot, so it's time to wrap this up. These were all the questions. I really hope you enjoyed the video. It was a fun little tag. I haven't done one in such a long time, so I thought it would be really fun to do it together. Let me know what you thought about these questions and your reading habits. What's the weirdest one you think you do? What's the weirdest thing you do that you think other people don't do and you're a weirdo? Let me know. If you enjoyed the video, please comment, like, and subscribe. It really helps me out. But that's it for me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!